Welcome back to another episode of the Launch Button Podcast. And today we're going to talk about the story of the boy with one arm. But before we get there, I did want to take some time and thank everybody, as it's just after Thanksgiving here, and we didn't get a chance to do this beforehand. So I want to take some time and just thank all of our podcast guests that have been with us since we started. One of the goals this year was to launch the Launch Button Podcast. This is now episode 20 plus something. And we've had so many amazing people on here. And it's only going to get better in 2025 because we get some amazing guests lined up for you. I'll talk to you about them after the story. But I just wanted to take some time and thank all of our guests that have been on here, all of our followers, especially on YouTube. If you haven't, please go out there and follow on, right? Go to youtube.com, type in at the launch button and be able to go ahead and follow us on there as we increase those subscribers so we can get even higher and higher quality presenters and guests on here. But we've got amazing people lined up for 2025 that I'll announce in a little bit. I also want to thank, all my friends and family and people. We got a chance to thank them at Thanksgiving. The shirt here, we got the big H here, not necessarily for me, but for Hamilton College, with my nephew off to college there. Got a chance to play some pickleball, got a chance to hang out with my nieces, my brother, my sister, my brother-in-law, my sister, my brother's girlfriend, right? And the whole family and my parents, of course, for sticking with us the whole time. And I want to thank all my friends and my loyal supporters. I've been coaching and training people for over 18 plus years. I think we're on 19 now, actually, technically this December. And now that we're doing that, I just wanted to say thank you. And thank you for all the birthday wishes. And I appreciate all of that from everybody out there as well, as it's a busy time of the year in our family. And just wanted to say thank you, even to some of our new friends that we've met this year. Like some of you guys have been with me for 10, 12, 14 years, 2 years, and even a lot of people we have just at this very first year as we've done some partnerships with the TFP community. And I've got a lot of big friends and now little friends, lots of kids that I get to teach and train as well. So that's some of the cool things as we, wrap up 2024. And I just want to say thank you for everybody that's put their faith, their trust, and their ability to grow and expand their business as we do this with that. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I look forward to all the things we're going to do next year. But now let's just talk about the story. Oh, I forgot. And of course, my team, right? Jill, who's been with me this past year, really doing amazing things. We got some new partnerships coming up that you're going to hear about, some stuff with like Sharon Lecter and different people like that. So you're going to hear about all these great opportunities that are coming. And a lot of the speakers from our speakers boot camp that are now on stages, a lot of real estate investors that are closing deals and getting to their dream homes like Gloria and some of our other team members. So thank you all for all your support, hard work, and for sticking with it, even with the one-on-one coaching. So now let's just talk about that for a second. Oftentimes in life, we need a good coach or a mentor. And so there was a boy with one arm. Let me tell you that story now. And I'll actually give you a visual for those of you guys on the YouTube channel. You can actually see the picture, see the image here as we go about talking about this with you so that you can go ahead and see that. So the boy with one arm was born and his parents were concerned. Obviously, he only had one arm. So they were concerned about his safety and that he might get picked on in school. So they decided as he grew a little older to enroll him in jiu-jitsu so he could learn to defend himself. And they went around for a bit trying to find a sensei that would teach him. And they finally found a sensei that would agree to teach him and said, okay, I will teach your boy. And so they enrolled him in jiu-jitsu. And the boy went there every day. But the sensei said to the boy, I'm only going to teach you one move, and I want you to master this. The boy kept going every day and kept just working on that one move, and he was growing increasingly frustrated with it. And the sensei decided to show the boy how powerful it was by enrolling him in a tournament. Right? Sensei, the boy said, shouldn't I be learning more moves? Why are you only teaching me this one? The sensei smiled and replied, trust me, master this move and you'll be unstoppable. So as the boy continued to train and the sensei enrolled him in the tournament, the boy became very nervous before the tournament because he only knew one move and he knew all the other students knew multiple moves. And so The boy showed up to the tournament having no previous experience in tournaments or any competitions like that. And so as he was approaching his first match, right, he was really nervous, but he went into the match, got on the mat, and, as the other kid went to attack him, he performed his one move. And to his surprise, he defeated the opponent and advanced to the second round. As the next match approached, the boy again began to get nervous, knowing that he only knew one move. And as he stepped onto the mat, again, he defended for a little bit. Then the boy approached and he made his move and he won a second match and made it to the finals. Now the boy thought, this is going to be tough. I only know one move. He's already probably seen it in one of the other matches, so he might know, how to stop me. But he persisted, believing in his sensei, got on the mat for the championship, and lo and behold, he quickly defeated the other boy and won the championship. During the celebration, right after the tournament, the boy asked his sensei, how did I win with only one move? And why didn't you teach me any other moves? The sensei explained, you mastered one of the most difficult moves in jiu-jitsu. And the only way to counter that move is to grab your left arm. But you don't have one. Let that sink in for a second. The only way to stop the boy's move was as if he had two arms. And the lesson here is that oftentimes we can turn a weakness into a strength because you've gone through things in your life that nobody else has. You've experienced things that nobody else has. You've overcome situations that nobody else has. And what others may see as a disadvantage can often become your greatest strength. And if you use this mindset, right, and we approach it and be thankful for what's transpired, we'd be thankful for all the things we've gone through in our life, because we wouldn't be where we are today if it wasn't for all those past experiences. And just like as Thanksgiving had just passed, it's about being thankful for those things. It also talks about one of the biggest problems that we have as entrepreneurs, whether it's real estate investing, starting your own business, whatever it happens to be, is that focus on mastery, right? Learning that one move over and over, the student became a master of that one move instead of being mediocre at a lot of things. And a lot of entrepreneurs tend to do what I call squirrel, right? They're like the dog on the porch trying to catch a squirrel. One squirrel runs one way, the dog chases after it. Then he sees another squirrel running the other way. The dog tries to chase after it. And it's just like squirrel, 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 from idea to idea, from thing to thing. And the third lesson here is to trust the process. I'm saying it, trust the process. It definitely will take you longer than you expect. In this case, it was 2 years for the boy to master what he had to do. It might be 10 years for you. It might be 1 year. It might be you've done things in the past that allow you to do that. And, it's really hard for you all to typically trust the process, especially in the beginning, because things take time. You see, we fully understand this as entrepreneurs, and people say, well, Hugh, what have you mastered? Well, as I said, I've been coaching and training people for over 18 years, 19 years. We trained over 12,000 people. So you've got to trust the process. But I didn't start out in a whole bunch of different areas. I started out in one, in real estate. And now we do three. One, real estate. Two, become a speaker. Three, grow and scale your business. That's it. And they all spin off one of each other, because it started with real estate grow. I had to learn how to speak to become a real estate trainer. I had to learn how to grow and scale my business to have multiple real estate holdings. So it all falls in line in those ways. We don't try and teach in areas that we are not fully versed in, but we want to go ahead and do that. And kicking off 2025, we actually have our next Express with Impact, right? Where you can take your message to the world, whether it's internationally, as we run groups from Canada, right? Toronto, Canada, all the way down to Miami, Florida, from New York City to Maui, Hawaii. We've got students all across the country, and we've spoken internationally as well. So if you want to get plugged in, we've got our next 3-day boot camp. That means live. You come together, you get up on stage, we craft your story, we talk about your message, your marketing, all the things that go with it. And then we follow that with 5 weeks of coaching. So if you want to make a bigger impact on the world and get your message out there, whether it's on podcasts, whether it's on stages, whether it's on both, or any other way that you want to get your message to the world and become a more effective communicator, even in the classroom, we're going to teach you the different strategies for that. So you can go to expresswithimpact.com. If you're on the YouTube channel, you can scan the QR code right there. And the next one is January 9th to the 12th, right? January 9th to the 12th. We kick it off on a Thursday evening with a dinner, and then we get plugged into the training Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And you have the potential also to train students internationally. And we'll talk about that in the future. And then the next thing we have for you on there is our next real estate investor boot camp. If you want to do your first deal or your 40th, the choice is up to you. You can go to profitcaravan.com to go ahead and see that. And we're going to do that January 30th to February 2nd. Again, it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We kick it off with a Thursday night welcome so that you guys can be a part of that. You'll get a chance to meet our local network, and you can buy properties anywhere in the country or Canada, wherever you happen to be, as long as you get an opportunity to invest in some of the bigger deals. Again, it's a 3 days live with 5 weeks follow-up coaching to help facilitate you getting through your deals, just like Scarlett did her first multifamily deal after the last one, just like Gloria evicted some of her tenants and they got their dream home. So part of you can plug in there. We also have our monthly VIP networking events, right? If you want to network with the right people, just go to hughesartsy.com to see when the next one. Now they are mainly in the New York City area, but we do run them across the country in the future as we are coming across the country speaking at different events in 2025. Our next one is actually next week on December 10th in New York City. Reach out to see if you qualify to be there. And a lot of people are getting ready to kick off the year, and we just had another great review. Thank you, Alexandra, for going out there and giving our launch button Steps to Fire Your Boss 5-week productivity journal. If you want to start 2025 strong, go right on Amazon. You can go ahead and grab it there. If you want to join us 3 times a week, go to the eFamily community. You can sign up. We work together 3 times a week with all the people from across the country. And the biggest thing you can do for us, if you're on the podcast, listening on the channels, is go to the YouTube channel and go ahead and hit that follow, turn the bell on, so that you can be on there and have things happening and stay informed, because here's what we got lined up for 2025 on the podcast. This is what I'm so excited for. I wanted to make sure that you guys had that ability. So we've got Sharon Lecter, Rich Dad, Poor Dad fame, over $36 million book sold, Outwitting the Devil, Outwitting Think and Grow Rich for Women, right? There's a whole bunch of different things that we have lined up for her to be able to do that. We're going to have a 7-time Mr. Universe, 7-time Mr. Olympiad, 7-time world champion bodybuilder, Ron Williams, on the podcast. He's going to talk about health and wealth. And all these are coming out in 2025 as we kick off the year strong to be able to go ahead and do that. We are going to have pediatric doctor extraordinaire. She helps young families get started to take care of their kids to be able to go ahead and do that. Dr. Sherry Davis is going to be with us, and she's going to help talk about how to have healthy kids growing up in today's world, because it's such a unique time. We're hearing all these things about our food and how it's being processed, and learn from the very best. She's a concierge doctor that works with people to really go out there and show them some of the best tools to help you raise your children. Then we've got Jim Dowd, Mr. New Jersey Devil, coming out. He's a Stanley Cup champion. He was born in Jersey, drafted by the Devils, helped them win a Stanley Cup. He's also part of the Mateo goal that sent the Rangers on to the Stanley Cup finals, where they won a championship. So you get a chance to hear about his journey and how he's helping people and coaching kids, right, to have that right mindset to go out there and be able to reach the highest of the highest levels. We've also got Michael Lecter, an IP attorney, coming out to talk to you about your IP, especially in today's world of the digital IP and all the different things that are going on with that. we're going to have Dr. Greg Kimball. We got a whole list of people coming out for you, but that's just how we're going to kick off the year. So if you're on there and you follow, right, the Launch Button podcast, you hit that Stand Me code right there. It's going to get you out there. It's going to get you set up so that you could be in the place that you want to be in 2025 and kick off the year strong. So I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to all our guests that have been there. Thank you to all of the people that have supported us. And I look forward to helping you on your journey to success. You know, a lot of people call me an action coach. So if you want to take more action in your business, you want to take more action on the steps to success, I'm going to get you out of your head and I'm going to get you to start taking the action you need to succeed. So thank you. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of the Launch Button podcast. And I look forward to an amazing 2025 as we show you all the different ways that we can go out there and help you and bring in some amazing guests that have the opportunity to change your life. Well, they don't get to change your life. You have to take that action. They can inspire you to change your life, as you'll hear. So I'll see you on the next episode. Have a great day. Thank you for joining us on the Launch Button podcast, your gateway to unlocking your true potential and pursuing your passions. Don't let the journey end here. For more empowering insights, valuable resources, exclusive content, and free giveaways, visit www.thelaunchbuttonpodcast.com.